So let me show a quick demo of how made this integration assessment. I completed this integration assessment. So basically there was this HubSpot file in the backend that I had to finish the functions. So basically what I did was I imported the whatever libraries I needed, like base64 for encryption, HTTP guest for HTTP requests, and obviously Redis client for connecting to Redis and doing Redis operations. And I created my own HubSpot account, client ID, client secret, and I also deployed this backend so I can easily access my backend through here. I also deployed the Redis service, so you can actually have a fully function deployed app in the cloud itself. I deployed all this on render, as you can see in the URL. So I used this is the redirect URL actually for localhost 8000, and the scope. As soon as I connect to HubSpot, what is the information that I'm going to get is going to be this in the CRM. I'm going to get the contacts. Okay, I'm going to read this. So this all I saw from the documentation of HubSpot and authorize HubSpot. So I had to complete all of these functions. Basically, these were empty. So first function was authorizing HubSpot. So we have to pass in user ID, organization ID, and the secrets. So and I have to add this key value pair in a Redis. So we are using Redis as a temporary database where we are going to get and get the credentials from Redis. So for working with Redis, I have created a basic container, Redis container, and I have mapped my system port 6379 to the internal container port. Okay, so its container is running, and there is a callback from as soon as you authorize HubSpot. There is a callback from HubSpot, and you're calling this API that returns a token. So for calling this API, you have to provide multiple things like client ID, client secret, and redirect URI to where the client should be redirected after the OAuth is complete. And there is also we are providing the data in the form of www form URL encoded. And as soon as we get the credentials, we are adding this in a key value pair, and we are keeping the expire. So after that, the window is getting closed, and we are going to get the HubSpot credentials from Redis. As I said, we are using Redis as a temporary database for storing our credentials. So we are going to get the credentials from Redis, and then we are going to delete it because as I said, it's temporary, and we are converting into JSON form using JSON library. And this is another function where I am going to create the integration item metadata object. Since I'm just getting the contacts, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create integration item with the values that are required with the which is the contacts. Okay, because already there is an integration item here, but I have whatever is needed there. I have just used that because contacts require ID, type, name. So whatever is needed, I have used that. And get items HubSpot. I have to for getting the actual contacts, I have to pass in the credentials. Only then I'll be able to call the API. So that access token we already got. So basically, what happens is this HubSpot returns if I connect this account. Uh, I get a token type, I get refresh token, I get access token and expire sent. So basically we get an access token. And what is this refresh token is, as soon as the access token gets expired, to refresh this access token, we need refresh token. Okay. So that is the purpose of refresh token. And we see, as you can see, we get the credentials and which contains access token. And what we do is we use this access token to call the API, and we get all the items related to the contacts. As you can see here, we get Brian and Maria that are present as contacts in that account that is connected. So for in the front end part, if you see, I have integrated it in the Slack. So I have called two APIs. One is handle connect click. First thing, it authorizes, if I'll show you the main.py. In this, there are multiple, like for example, for first you're authorizing the HubSpot, then your automatic callback is happening, and then you're getting the HubSpot credentials, and then you're loading the data integration, and you're getting the items from HubSpot. So similarly, what you're doing first, you're doing the authorization, and as soon as you're getting everything, you're closing the window. Okay, so this is a function. So if you see here, if I clear data, and if I select HubSpot, wait, if I select HubSpot, connect to HubSpot, I click on Spark, choose account. After some time, the window will get closed. So this closing part is handled by handle window close. where I have to get the credentials. I have to store this credential inside Redis. Only after that I have to close the window. Otherwise, all that credentials will be lost. And I have used MUI again as Airtable everything, and I have created this form basically. Okay, and in the data form also, I just had to add HubSpot, and I changed the way the data is shown here. I just used a box from MUI and typography and everything, and created this simple layout, and also integration form. I just integration form, I didn't do any changes. I just added HubSpot Slack integration. That's it. So everything is working fine. And yeah, thank you.